find way if the flesh returns behind. It isn't the bosses who bear the brunt, it isn't you and I, but those women and those kids whose tears were hid as the strikers went marching by. The docker loads 200 tons in his master ship per day. At night the dockers thought their bends her weary limbs to pray. From the old North Wall to Liberty Hall was a deadline of unskilled. They heave and they haul when the bosses call, and they stop when the bosses will. The citizen army is out today, and if you wonder why, Jim Larkin came this way to nail the bosses' lies. But the iron guys and their limbs and lives would crush them till they died. As those women and those kids whose tears were hid as the strikers went marching by. The docker and carter and heaver of coal were only the fat boys then. The Larkin built that union up and the bosses feared again. From the old North Wall to Liberty Hall was a deadline of unskilled. In a newborn fight for the workers' rights that the bosses thought they'd killed. The citizen army is out today, and if you wonder why, oh, ask the troops and the masters pay if the blood on their guns be dry. Farewell the one where the battling guns have swung where the dead ones lie. As those women and those kids whose tears were hid as the wounded went staggering by. Jim Connolly watches ships sail out through flags at Kingston Pier, and starving Dublin sends its toll of guard and fusilier. For the guns that over the world have thundered murder's peal, and Dublin's broken union men die first on Flanders fields. The citizen army is out today, and if you wonder why, go ask them in the grey and green where the starry plough flies high. 'Tisn't only the bosses we challenge now, for Conley is past the die. For those women and those kids whose tears were hid as the soldiers went marching by. 400 bosses planned to break the deadline of unskilled. 400 bosses drink tonight for Conley is killed. But dead or alive, there are those who's to write a glorious thing to do. For Conley built that union up for the likes of me and you. The citizen army is out today, and if you wonder why, ask the lords of the banking house if the cash returns behind. They're there and near here, it's a fight to the knife again. The citizen army is out today, come workers rise again. The citizen army is out today, come workers rise again. The citizen army is out today, come workers rise again. The citizen army is out today, come workers rise again. The citizen army is out today, come workers rise again.
Maria Winifred Carney was born on the 4th December 1887 and died at the age of 55 on the 21st November 1943 in Belfast. Known as Winnie Carney, she spent her life fighting for women's liberation, workers' rights, and Ireland's independence. She was a proud socialist, a feminist and suffragette, a trade unionist and later a member of the Commemoration, where she would not only teach first aid, but also developed a proficiency for handling a rifle. Winifred started her political activism in her early 20s, where she would engage in the Gaelic League, women's right to vote, and socialist activities. Carney later met James Connolly after she founded the Irish Textile Workers Union in 1912. Soon she became a very close friend and confidant of Connolly. Both worked side by side to better women's rights and also co-wrote the manifesto to the Line and Slaves of Belfast in 1913. Up until this day, it is said that she was the person most closely acquainted with Connolly's ideas.
In 1916, she was the first woman in the GPO during the Easter Rising, when she entered the building armed with a typewriter and a Webley revolver. She set an example for generations of revolutionary women to follow. After Connolly was wounded during the Easter Rising, Winnie refused to leave his side. Despite direct orders from Connolly and Pearse, her determination not only shows her friendship and comradeship, but also her selflessness, engagement and commitment, which we, as socialists, should take as an inspiration for our work. Carney was arrested several times for her engagement in political activism, but it never stopped her from bravely standing up for what she believed in. Maria Winifred Carney is a great example of rebellious women fighting for what they know is right. Coming from a lower class family, being the youngest of 6 children, she still qualified as one of the first women to be a secretary and shorthand typist. As a woman, she never limited herself to what was thought of as acceptable. She worked with men and women in equality, united by class, where they all fought together in solidarity. Carney knew that both women's liberation as well as workers' liberation is only achievable through socialism, and we as a party will carry this fight on. Carney was an inspirational woman of the Republican cause, and one of the many examples that a woman's place is in the revolution. We, the IRSP, recognise the significant role revolutionary women like Carney play in our history, and we will continue to remember them and their work.